Hey everyone, this is David. Welcome back behind the velvet rope. We are located at the Don't Let It Stew headquarters, and we are here today with Chef Stu.
Hi. We're
And
back. We're back again.
We're at your house. As
Yeah.
we were doing this, I'm like, let's just leave. Let's just product placement.
Yeah.
Everyone needs to check out your podcast.
It's fun. It's once a week. It's a short little appetizer, 20 to 30 minutes. Sometimes we go to 40, but yeah, it's nice.
We're here at your place in West Hollywood. Thank you for having me.
I know. I was just like, oh God, like you have like a place in New York, Hamptons. I'm like, I live in this like, one of my friends calls it. He's like, he's such an asshole. He's like, yeah. He's like, I'm not going over to your apartment. It's like Tijuana down by the river. I'm like, what?
Okay, look, you have this lovely wallpaper.
I know. It's great. I've made it my own. I've lived here for like 15 years. And it's like the rent is too good.
You can't leave. We're also in the heart of West Hollywood.
Yeah, I'm in a great location.
People would kill to live in this location.
They would. I mean, I saw it. It was like, it was such a dump that when I came here, I had to redo everything. It was crazy. But yeah.
You did it nice. Well, first of all, everyone needs to check me out on your podcast. We did a crossover. One will come out first, one will come. But we talked about this a little bit on your podcast. So RHONJ.
Ari what?
RHONJ, Real Housewives of New Jersey.
Sorry, the way you said that, those letters, sorry.
No, Real Housewives of New Jersey. I mean, you're loving this season.
It's the best. I'm so glad I decided to, and only because I wrote the cookbook with Amy, is it got me into the Housewives world. So I got to meet them, and they're like, oh, it's Stu, he wrote the book, and it's in there. So I got to be friends with a few of them.
So it's really because of Amy Phillips that you are into this.
No, I came up with the idea for that cookbook.
Okay.
And I brought her on, and we wrote it. It's called Cook It, Spill It, Throw It. And when we were at BravoCon, I got to meet them all because we were backstage because we were selling the book at BravoCon the second year. And I got to meet Dolores and Margaret and stuff like that. And then, obviously I dated Jeff, so I met a few more housewives and stuff. And so I was like, I haven't watched Jersey. I need to start watching because I know some of you now. And then like Paulie's Irish and all that kind of stuff. So I only tuned in like 2 seasons ago.
Did you know Paulie at all from back in the day?
No.
Is that such a stereotypical question?
I met him at BravoCon with Brock at the show they do at BravoCon, the big one, like where they have the letters up and all that stuff at nighttime to watch what happens, whatever. So me, Brock, and Paulie would just all kind of like met at the bar, and because they had their other halves like on the stage or whatever, and we were like, "Oh, you're Irish." I was like, and then we just hit it off, the three of us.
Interesting.
It was fun.
Well, they say that major changes are coming to New Jersey after this season.
If you were to choose 2 people, do you think that we swapped out?
I think that the most likely to be let go are Margaret and Jennifer Aydin.
Wow.
And Jackie. I think those 3 are very likely to go.
Wow.
I do.
You think definitely like Teresa is definitely going to be staying. Melissa?
We're either going to do it. Here's the thing. I've said this, like I don't think they're going to start over because they already did that in New York and it's fine. It's not exactly working. I don't see, there's nobody that's going to be kept over Teresa. It's just, that's a simple fact. Love her, hate her. That's a fact.
And then sorry, but like all the stuff that's coming out with Louis, these deals, these extra mortgages, this thing, like there's so much kind of shady shit going on, or possibly alleged shady stuff. But I think Bravo's like, we want to see how this plays out for sure.
Yeah, and I don't think they care. I think they're just like, it is what it is. Yeah. Everyone has something. Melissa is a good question. I don't know. I would think that Melissa will not be kept. The ratings are not great this season. No,
I think that's because it's a Sunday and it's the summertime.
You do?
Yeah, summer, everything's always down. I don't know. Should they have waited? Should have done like, honestly, like I prefer like a Monday night, like a Sunday night. I'm not thinking like I have to sit down and watch Housewives. It's like a Monday, Tuesday for me. Yeah.
Do you think Melissa's going to go?
I think if Bravo has a conversation with them with this whole, like, you got to figure this shit out. Like whether, and I mean, if it was me, like if I was Melissa or whatever, I'd be like to Teresa, I'm like, listen, this is not going to fucking last anymore if we don't actually sit down and just, because we don't have to be best friends, but we need to be able to start like maybe filming together, maybe something like, but I think Teresa just hates them. so much.
It's so much
and hates
money.
Joel so much.
Hates. I mean, so it's like that's what's interesting to me about this season is like she hates Margaret so much because Melissa and Joe are literally dead to her. Like they're not even on her radar because all her anger really is towards Margaret this season. It's because these other two are worse than hate. It's just like they don't even exist.
And I'm like, this is this dumb question I'm going to ask you, but like I just go in and out of just
It's
there's so many storylines. What's like the main reason that Teresa doesn't like Margaret again? It was from last season, right? Towards the end of it.
I think it's been building up, but I think really that she really feels Margaret. Like everyone accuses Margaret of digging.
Sure.
And, you know, Margaret has now dug up all sorts of stuff on Louis. And I think that you come
like
after
if
Louis.
Margaret says something, like she has the backup with it. Like okay.
There's a theory out there that one of the reasons why they don't want a New Jersey reunion is because of all this stuff about Louis that's, coming out.
I think they all have fucking just these binders on each other. And I think it just would get to a point, like, I think lives could be destroyed.
Could you imagine waking up and being like, today I'm going to be on my computer for 13 hours and just calling and making a manila folder?
Yeah.
I mean, I would like to do that in theory, but who has time for that?
It's fun to have small little things here and there, like on people, just in case you need it, right?
Yeah.
But nothing like what was it like with Melissa? Like, oh yeah, she was seen in a parking lot in a car making out. Like that could fucking destroy her marriage. If it's like it's just a rumor or whatever, it's like
it could destroy a marriage. It is a good season. What about, they're now filming Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Yes. Okay.
And Kyle, so we have two newbies. We have Jennifer Tilly as a friend
of,
who I don't know how much she's going to give. She's Jennifer Tilly.
Yeah.
And we have this Bozoma St. John that we don't really know much about.
I have no idea who that person is.
No. Well, Kyle gave an interview. I think it was on like her QVC or Amazon Live, the Amazon Live thing she did. And they asked her like, how is this season going? And she's like, we're all just kind of finding our footing. We have some newbies. It didn't sound like it was such a exciting, brilliant season.
Didn't she make a dig for Lisa Vanderpump, like as in like keep your house clean? Like I've got, like it sounded like she had stuff about her.
She did that too, yes, because Lisa did an interview and said something about Kyle, which I even forget now. And
with lesbian-ish type kind of like connotations, right?
Yeah.
Or something like that. Yeah.
And like talking about like Mauricio and her marriage and stuff like that. And yes, just like she said something about like, they said like, what show do people cheat on or something? And she implied like Dorit and Kyle have had marriage troubles for years. And then Kyle said something like, like her backyard isn't clean. And like, if she really
you would see like she had a bit of anger, like in that clip I saw. It was like, oh gosh, she's about to go there. Wow.
It's like, go there.
Yeah.
Everybody go there.
But she's not going to go on like Amazon Live. Like what a bad platform to do it.
And even on New